So the petty knife is really a traditional Japanese shape. What makes our petty knife special is a lot of little nuanced features that we have added to our petty knife. So first of all, of course, you've got CPM S35VN steel, which is highest performance steel you can use to make a kitchen knife. It's particle metallurgy steel. This steel really shows off one of the most important qualities of CPM or particle metallurgy steel, and that it's super tough. So this blade is ground super thin, and if it weren't for the toughness of the steel, we would be worried that it would chip or break, especially at the tip. But because of the toughness of the particle metallurgy steel, we can grind this thing super thin and it's still super strong. Obviously, we have our G10 handle, which is absolutely bomb-proof, most durable thing you can make a knife out of. And then lots of cool little special features of this knife. Something unique is about the grind is we grind this blade thinner than any of our other knives, except the paring knife. So this is, the thickness of the tang is 15 thousandths of an inch here. We plunge grind right here to 0.075 thousandths of an inch, which is really thin, a little bigger than an 1/8 inch. And then it's distal tapered all the way to the tip. And having that super thin blade allows you to do more utility paring type activities, filleting. Sometimes I say to people, it's so thin it cuts even when it's dull. Not really true. Don't use dull knives, keep them sharp, but if they do get dull, this is so thin it tends to still cut pretty well. Other features, of course, are we round the choil and the spine here, so that if you grab it in a pinch grip, you're not going to get a blister from the choil or the spine. I give them a petty knife, because the great thing about the petty knife is, regardless of what kind of cook you are, the petty knife is something that you want in your quiver. So if you're like me and you use a big chef knife for all your cooking, or the majority of your cooking, the petty is your number 2 utility, paring, boning, fillet, do everything else knife. But then there's a lot of people who just aren't comfortable with big knives, and then the petty ends up being their everything knife. So small chef knife, but then also still great as a utility do-all knife.